perfect gap. Nice job. Oh, John, way to go. There we go. Nice fish. Over the rail. Let's see that, Thomas. Woo, let's keep it going here, boys. Luca gonna eat that sashimi or what? Give me 5, dude. Thank you. Nice job. And George. Horacio. The dog comes through. Our fish right there. Boys, nice. Horacio, good job. Bluefin on the boat. Nice going, Ariel.
Thank you.
Nice. We just pulled our anchor here and a big bunch of fish came up off our bow. Sounds like we got a biter. Another biter. Right there. Nice going. Yellow's going.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go. Another yellow on board. Way to go. TJ's on a fish. Late yellowtail bite. We were kicking it for the barn. Nice one. Good job, John. That's 2 yellows for John out of this one.
Tuna.
Nice one, boy. Sundown bite going into a night bite. Nice one. 5. Whoa, Eric. Good job. Biggest giveaway we've ever had. How about that Macaira 16 paired with a beautiful UC rail rod custom wrap by Z Custom Rods. We're going to pair those 2 items. That's worth over $1,500 for the first prize. We also have a rain shadow rail rod, which is absolutely beautiful. Tuna riot poppers and so much more. Contact Joe Zimmer at 310-918-1448. You can Venmo, you can Zelle, you can win. It's going to be a beautiful night, October the 13th. On Tackle Shop Confessions, when we're going to give all of that away. Make sure you get on board. Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventures family members who make this all possible, like the taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage doorman, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. And if you have a leaky roof, then go visit my dear friend Brett at pelicanroofsocal.com. They'll get out, get you fixed up so you can get out and catch some more fish on your next adventure. pelicanroofsocal.com.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. Your Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning briefing. Morning briefing.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. It's a Sunday morning, and it couldn't be any more beautiful. It is sunny, it is warm, it's summer-like, and look at that ocean back there. She is absolutely beautiful. You got to feel blessed to be walking around this gorgeous area. And man, do we have a lot to talk about. The weather's cleared for the long range boys, and they're catching 8-10-day trips out of San Diego are doing really well. We're starting to get away from that full moon, and now we've had the effects of that tropical storm that blew through. Are we going to see that yellowfin tuna start to really bite? How's the bluefin tuna bite going? Some good local halibut fishing. We'll cover the surf. We'll go up to San Francisco and so much more. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. My God, it's beautiful here this morning, and I'm so happy you've made time on this Sunday before all your football games get going to join us here on Friedman Adventures. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick that rotten, filthy, disgusting little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. Share these videos everywhere. Tootsie Report. Water feels warm here this morning. I like it. Feeling really, really good. And also, you can find us over there on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So great to be with you all. So much to talk about. Again, we just dropped our new video, which was shot on board the Amigo on Tanner Bank. Daytime bluefin, a late show on the yellows at San Clemente Island. Really fun and exciting stuff, and tackle tips that you need to be successful on your next trip, no question about it. And there was a good twilight bite on the BFT on that trip. You're going to see all of that. Our big giveaway Monday night on Tackle Shop Confessions. Make sure you send Chuck a text right now. $2,000 plus worth of prizes up for grabs this Monday night. That's tomorrow night. So make sure you send Chuck a text right now and get in, and then enjoy the drawing in the comfort of your own home, cheering with your family. There couldn't be anything more exhilarating and fun than that. And Lobster Chronicles this week. Well, we will be live on, of course, our YouTube channel right here with Lobster Chronicles on Wednesday. The boys are really going to put on a show. In fact, we've got Brian Sanchez. He's going to come in and he's going to make lobster ceviche and teach you how to do it. And then Renee De Leon. Renee is going to be with us teaching you how to make lobster poke. I'm going to make some burritos. We're going to have a big feast at 22nd Street Landing, and you can become part of it by watching this Wednesday Lobster Chronicles. That is going to be so much fun. All right, let's jump into it. Let's go long range. We'll start there. And there's been some outstanding fishing going on the long range scene now that we've gotten away from some windy weather as a result of Priscilla. She was once a hurricane, became a tropical storm, and now not much at all is left of her, and we are seeing some really excellent fishing. We checked in with the Royal Polaris. The Royal Polaris has good wahoo fishing going on. They're also catching yellowfin tuna, concentrating their efforts. Also on Yellowtail, we've seen some really excellent fishing going on there. XL all over the Yellowtail yesterday with some really great fishing. No doubt about that. Good morning, John. We also have the Independence fishing down there, 400 or 500 miles, catching good yellowtail. Spirit of Adventure on the Yellowtail. Now these guys can venture out and start moving around and catching more yellowfin tuna and more Dorado perhaps, and definitely more yellowtail and some wahoo in the mix. It was that weather that held things up, and now that is gone out of the picture, and we're back to our beautiful fall weather and the great variety that is a part of these fall trips out of San Diego. That's when you start to see so much variety. It really does get exciting. We'll take you down to Ensenada, which is only a 70-mile ride down below the border, and we're going to start out in Popola because one of our fans here on Friedman Adventures is Mauricio. I've never met him, but I think that's him with Carlos Cortez out of Popotla, 15-minute drive south of Rosarito Beach. It's where you'll find Popotla and Cortez sport fishing, and it looks like Mauricio is having a great trip. I told him I thought our weather would be good, and it looks like it is hell for him, and it looks like he's having some great fishing. Mauricio, I hope that's you, and I hope you are having the trip of your life. Down out of Ensenada, which is a little bit further down, again 70 miles down below the border, we continue to see really good bluefin tuna fishing for the most part. There's also a smattering of yellowfin tuna. Most of that fish is 10 to 30 pounds, but you see bigger fishing. Occasionally you'll get a 60, 70 pounder, even 100 plus pound bluefin tuna down there in that area. Most of that yellowfin is 10 to 30 pounds, and there's the occasional flathead also on the kelps. Inshore, there's still some yellowtail in a variety of different areas. They don't bite every single day, but there's a little bit of that around. Calico sand bass, plenty of rockfish to help fill out your catch down there in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California. That takes us up to SoCal. We talked bluefin tuna now, and we're going to talk a little bit about that bite that the Ensenada boys are on, and below that, and even above it, because many of the boats who come out of Point Loma in San Diego, California, hang a left and go into the rich waters of Mexico Lindo down there on the Baja Peninsula, where they have been finding occasional hits on that yellowfin tuna, but that has been very difficult. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the morning briefing that that storm, Priscilla, could have an effect of bringing us some warm water, and presumably along with it some of those warm water species like yellowfin tuna. We see that, we see some skipjack. Are we going to get more after this moon phase? Full moon is becoming a part of our past, as is Priscilla, and we're only going to have to hang on and see. For the most part, kind of scratchy on the yellowfin tuna. Sometimes you'll get into a pretty good plunker bite, you know, where you have 1 to 4 fish going at a time. Sometimes you're dry and then you get a couple of fish going. Those kind of bites where it never gets wide open, but you just kind of steadily plunk away at the fish. You can get into some of those good plunker bites, but there's guys that have missed also down there, you know, 55, 65, 75 miles south of the point. Jeff Lingle, our buddy, who's been fishing way down below at 140 miles, continues to do well on bluefin tuna. He's catching an occasional Dorado and yellowfin tuna, and then he goes in on the beach and looks for white sea bass. He's been catching big old sand bass on the Baja coast down there about 140 miles. Occasional nice halibut and occasional good hit on the yellowtail in there, as well as white sea bass. So Jeff's been doing very, very good. By the way, Jeff Lingle and yours truly have a really monumental bet, because SC Notre Dame on October the 18th, that's this Saturday. Jeff is a huge SC fan. Of course, you know I'm a big ND fan, and the loser of that game. So if SC loses, Jeff's got to get a photo of him wearing a Notre Dame t-shirt or jersey, either one. And if SC prevails, and I'm very worried about that game. SC looked really good stomping on Michigan yesterday. I have to wear an SC shirt for the morning briefing, the very first time I have ever put on a USC shirt if the Irish lose. So, oh my God, that's going to be something else. Jeff with some great reporting down the Baja coast there. Now, other boats are out there on Tanner and Cortez. It's breezy out there, very fishable, but it's breezy. It's going to stay breezy through Tuesday when it really gets kind of windy. And then after that, as you look at the long-range forecast, we're going to go back to what we should have in the fall. Some really nice, calm weather. But for right now, it's breezy but fishable. I know the Ocean Odyssey is out there. Sounds like they are catching some fish. And Scott Buchert is the deckhand on there. And Scott has just been doing a great job, working hard, providing us with lots of info. I really am proud of Scott.
This is really good. Hey, no one. You know what to do.
Isaac Parcells, by the way, shows us all how you can put on a feast for your in-laws, as he did with a recent catch of bluefin tuna that him and his son Ethan made. Man, they even threw in some lobster. Way to go, Isaac. That looks so good. Man, that is really, really awesome stuff. So yeah, that's just one of the benefits of being an angler here in Southern California, or anywhere for that matter, and that is enjoying your catch from the sea. No doubt about that. Tanner Cortez has been that plunker kind of bite, so you're going to want to drop it down to 20, 25 pound fluorocarbon. A small hook like a number 4 blacktail hook works really, really good. Depends upon the size of your bait, and it depends upon how intense the bite is. Sometimes you can go up on the pound fluoro that you're using to use a bigger hook. But in these plunker kind of bites, it's choosing a good hot bait, changing that bait regularly, dropping your hook size and the fluorocarbon down, and you'll get more bites, as was proven on our most recent trip on board the Amigo, and that video is up for you to take a look at. Don't forget, big raffle tomorrow night. Don't miss it. Chuck Zimmer, get a hold of him today before it's too late. Our islands, nice hit yesterday for the San Diego. They were fishing the Coronado Islands and came up with a really nice score of a dozen yellowtail. Had some kids on board the San Diego catching their first yellowtail and really having a great time. So that's acting up a little bit more at the Coronado Islands, and there's plenty of other stuff to go along with it, like calico bass. You can catch some rockfish, sheephead whitefish, all of that kind of stuff. Out at San Clemente Island, we continue to see kind of up and down fishing. Every once in a while, those yellows will bite really, really good in the cove there for the Thunderbird, the Amigo, whoever's in there fishing it, and then you'll get a couple of slow days. There's some good calico bass fishing at times also, but it's been kind of inconsistent also, and there's a little bit of bonita, pretty good sheephead and whitefish, rockfish, and you want to do that. At Santa Catalina Island, we continue to see a lot of different species, but not a whole lot of any of those species. A few yellows, an occasional halibut here and there. You know, there's a little bit of barracuda still hanging out at the island. Once in a while you get a really good bonita bite, and whitefish, sheephead, rockfish have been the predominant species there. www.longbeachsportfishing.org to get on the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. They fish Catalina Island daily. Up in the Channel Islands, we continue to see mostly rockfish up there. It's been really excellent lings and rockfish for all the boats up there. Once in a while you catch a decent amount of halibut on one of the rigs up there, a few white sea bass here and there, and some pretty good calico bass fishing if you were to focus on that and do really, really well. That takes us up to Avila Beach, Morro Bay, good rockfish up there. San Francisco, if you can get out in the weather. Looks like they got a winter storm heading their way. In fact, we should get some rain probably Monday night, even down to Ventura. I don't know if it's going to bleed down here into Orange County. It does not look like it is, but it looks like they're going to have some wind and rain up there. Very early winter type storm for this time of the year. Really not all that common at all. You can get out good rock fishing up there out of San Francisco. Along the Southern California coast, we continue to see mostly sculpin and whitefish and rockfish from San Diego all the way up there to the Channel Islands. That is basically what we've been catching. There's been a few decent hits on the calico bass here recently. The Victory had one of those hits. Also, we have seen some pretty good scores on the halibut, as evidenced by the Native Sun yesterday. That a really nice hit with 13 flatties on the Native Sun 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. That is some darn good halibut fishing for this time of the year, for any time of the year. Nice hit for them. And of course, next year, 2026, they will start their halibut derby on the Native Sun. They do a great job, have great prizes. That's just around the corner, my friends. It's not all that far from our sites right here. Sculpin, rockfish on board the Monte Carlo, sand dabs, also up there at a 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. Some lings out of Redondo, Marina del Rey, rockfish right now. It's not that it's going to stay that way. More than likely it is, but who knows? Maybe some fall yellowtail will swim into our zone as a courtesy of Priscilla. We'll have to wait and see on that one. We also have been watching a little bit of calico bass fishing up there as we we mentioned, in the Channel Islands for you all. In the Southern California coast, again, I'll send you down to Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California. They have been providing us with such great bait and tackle, not only for here in the inshore zone, but also you can find some really excellent fishing going on when you take a look at the offshore situation. And again, you can pick all that up at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California. Down there in Huntington Beach, we're poking away at a few corvina. It hasn't been the greatest corvina year down there around Huntington, a few perch and, you know, yellowfin croaker, that kind of a thing down here at Anderson Street and Pacific Coast Highway, where you can see the tower. I hope you can see it. It's down there. And down in that neck of the woods, we continue to see some pretty decent fishing on yellowfin croaker, a few barred perch, small leopard sharks also being taken here. It's just so gorgeous. It's almost like, you know, if they bite, great. If they don't, I get to experience all of this. I hope you can get out with the kids. This is a cheap way to enjoy the great outdoors. Get to a beach, try to catch a fish, have some fun. Man, I'm telling you, you cannot beat it. Pick up a little bit of vitamin D for yourselves. Also, up there in the Santa Monica Bay, that's perhaps been the best corvina fishing of the year. There's still some corvina up there being taken around the Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach piers up there. El Segundo, El Porto area has been good. And there's some fish there in Redondo around the Topaz Rock Jetty down to the pier. You can always come up with some good corvina fishing. I used to take my kids there. They went to Bishop Montgomery High School, which is a 5-minute drive from the Topaz Rock Jetty. And we'd go before school started, catch some corvina. Then I'd drop them off, and then I'd cook up corvina for them when they got home for lunch. If we kept the fish, a lot of time it was catch and release. All right, don't forget, new video has dropped. It's up right now. You're gonna love it, man. Check it out. All about that bluefin tuna fishing at Tanner Bank and some late yellowtail. Show up for Tino Valentine and all the lucky anglers from Friedman Adventures, including this guy right here. I'm the lucky one because so many great people showed up for that trip. Really lovely human beings. I love it. Big giveaway Monday night, Tackle Shop Confessions. You're not going to want to miss that. And then Wednesday, lobster ceviche, lobster poke, and all kinds of great tips for hoop netting for lobster on Lobster Chronicles. We're looking forward to that. All right, my friends, it's getting kind of active down here on the beach. I see John's heading out to play around out on the water. Such a nice gentleman. See this other gentleman out here enjoying it, and there's a lot of people starting to walk around here and enjoy this beautiful and precious gift we call the Eastern Pacific. Take care. Have a great one, my friends, and I hope to see you really, really